Alright everybody, grab your zapper and let's go to Video World. Woohoo!
Number 5. Captain N, the Game Master.
I know, this show is awful, but the premise kicks ass. The idea of a gamer traveling inside of a video game and teaming up with his favorite video game characters is definitely worth the price of admission. Now, I'm not gonna go into the details of this show because the Nostalgia Critic already reviewed it. So if you're curious, go check out his review. It's one of his best ones.
I'm awesome.
And yes, it does piss me off beyond belief how they turned one of my all-time favorite video game characters, Simon Belmont, into a cowardly, effeminate sissy wuss. But that's besides the point. If they were to adapt this into a movie, they wouldn't even need to use licensed characters. They could just come up with their own fictitious video games with characters and motifs that were similar to the video games that we know and love, throw in a decent young actor, and I'll be doing my own geriatric white guy dance. Actually, this is pretty fun. Alright, no more screwing around, I'm going ghost!
Number 4. Danny Phantom.
This show was great. An average kid accidentally gets ghost powers and now has to stop the real ghost from taking over the world. It's like Ghostbusters meets Spider-Man. Do I have to say anything else? Make this into a movie already, damn it!
As the duly deputized protector of Amity Park, it's my sincere hope that you've enjoyed your butt-kicking experience.
Alright, we're done hunting ghosts. Let's hunt some dragons.
Number 3. Dragon Hunters.
Never heard of this one? Not surprised since Cartoon Network never fucking advertised it! Dragon Hunters was an import from overseas that took place in the pseudo-medieval fantasy world where all land masses float in the air and have their own gravitational pull. The main characters make a living hunting dragons. We have Guizdo, the fast-talking con man.
My dear clients, acting out of anger is highly counterproductive. Dragon slaying's unpredictable.
Lian Shu, the fierce noble warrior, and Hector, their faithful pet and squire. Also, it's important to mention that the dragons don't just come in the scaly, fire-breathing variety. There are all sorts of different species. The characters are hilarious and fun to watch, and they certainly outdo the ridiculously predictable How to Train Your Dragon, which borrowed heavily from this series. And yes, believe it or not, there already was a computer-animated Dragon Hunters movie, with none other than Forrest Whitaker doing the voice of Lian Shu in the English version. The computer-animated movie is okay, but in my personal opinion, the Hunters deserve the live-action big-budget treatment. If you're curious to see the show, or the movie, everything is available to watch right now on Netflix Instant Watch. Let me think, what else could I say to convince you guys to check out this show? Oh, did I mention that the theme song is performed by The Cure? Notoriety! Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like chicks who dig giant robots.
Number 2. Megas XLR.
Have you ever watched a television show and thought to yourself, this was made just for me? For yours truly, this is that show. For those of you who don't know, Megas XLR is about an overweight slacker who finds a giant fighting robot from the future and uses it to save the world on a regular basis. Not to mention, destroy everything in sight. What else could you ask for? You have giant robots, aliens, sexy future babes, and Bruce Campbell. If they made this into a movie, all they have to do is keep the rocking soundtrack, add a lot of unnecessary destruction, but for the love of Christ, could Jack Black not be casted as Coop? And I have nothing against Jack Black, but we all do understand that he doesn't have to play every funny fat guy, right? No, the honor of playing Coop should go to Tyler Labine.
I did date a demon. Yeah, I don't know if I would call it dating. I kind of kissed her. I loved her and left her, I guess you could say. No, her name was. Well, that's not a good sign.
Bell, and the fight is on. And Brutalizer unleashes a fury of hits with the spike of death. But Jawbreaker comes back with the hammer of destruction. Oh my, it's a blitzkrieg of mechanical mayhem. metal monsters bent on destruction. It's relentless. This may be the most brutal display of power ever.
Brutal display of power?
And my number one tune that should be made into a movie is a show that doesn't just kick the ass of all the Pirates of the Caribbean's movies, but it kicks the ass of all the Pirates movies made in the last 20 years.
Number 1. The Pirates of Darkwater.
Holy shit, this show was beyond awesome. Great animation, great characters, great cast. I could keep going and going and going and going. In this fantastic nautical world, a mysterious evil entity called Darkwater is slowly consuming the planet. Only by finding and combining the 13 treasures of rule can the Darkwater be stopped. But if the 13 treasures fall into the wrong hands, the bearer might use them to control the Darkwater and rule the seas. So the pirate Prince Ren and his loyal crew of scallywags must race around the globe to collect the 13 treasures and save the world. Like Samurai Jack and D&D, this show was also cancelled before reaching its predetermined ending. I would pay cold hard cash to see the show revived or made into a huge blockbusting movie trilogy. If you want to see this show, sadly it's not available to rent or to watch online. The only way to see it is to buy the very pricey DVD set, but trust me, it's worth the money. So those are my top 10 cartoons that should be movies. If I missed one of your favorites that you feel is worthy of the silver screen, feel free to post it on my YouTube channel. But please, no anime. I have nothing against anime, it's just that that's Mars Girl's territory. So if you want to see a top 10 animes that should be movies, she should be the one to do it, so ask her. Well, Legion, that's it for this year. Once again, I have to enter the ERod sleep and replenish my powers. But don't fret, I'll be back in March with a hammer in hand and ready to bust. In the meantime, I will be posting a few classic episodes, some honest reviews, and other funny videos. Until I put the ring back on, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a kick-ass Kwanzaa, and a Festivus for the rest of us. Until next year, I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Check out my website, suckers!
Enjoy your rest, Blockbuster Buster. Next year, there will be no elaborate schemes or lackeys. I will take matters into my own hands, and I guarantee you that you will not survive when you face the first.